in the league, going down the alley righty, lefty, a lot like Jack Hanna from the Water Dogs we saw in game one. I just think that he just opens up so many opportunities for the rest of his offensive players.
Akin to Hanna, Clark, by him being back in the lineup, now there's a trickle-down effect from a matchup perspective. So now Chanenchuk, he's going to have a short stick.
Underway between Chaos and Whips, and it's Maryland that starts with the ball. Like these yellow throwback jerseys.
Yeah, they're sweet. Lefty, he's a player that's practiced his craft as much as anyone. I've known him since his early stages of his career at Syracuse. He's a relentless worker when it comes to his shooting and his footwork.
Now the reigning rookie.
Played in the same high school circuit as Ajax Zapatello, who's playing defense for the Maryland Whips. I think Scott's presence is huge in this game.
We've got 3 Oregon natives playing in this game, along with those 2 with Dordovic. TJ Malone, 3rd-round draft pick. Levi Anderson got drafted by the Redwoods.
And then a quick trade.
And they traded, the Whipsnakes traded for him.
Patras wasn't even drafted. I mean, when you think about...
Knobloch has got to know, go out and pressure Williams.
And the best thing in that move that showed me how good of a shooter he is, a lot of shooters have to plant their feet and move upfield. He's shooting from away from the cage, almost backpedaling. Just shows you how strong he is, his upper body strength, his torque.
Yeah, Nardella,
who's tops in the league, and right now he's 5 wins to Carolina's 0.
Why do you have Squires on the wing then? What are you doing?
Hedge, right?
What are you doing? Just put your power play unit out there.
He got the ground ball. No, it just wastes time. I got it.
And you have 3D back. Why not? If you're going to put.
But he was 0 for 4 last week, or last time out in Minneapolis when they lost to Philly. 14% on the year is your first pick. You
Call timeout. Call timeout. Call timeout.
Doing it again. Set his feet.
I think there's 2 goals where the Whipsnakes have created offense. That slide right there, I don't know if you necessarily needed it. And earlier on Ross Scott's goals, Zapatello kind of hedged, and Jackson just pushed it forward. I think those are 2 scenarios where you're just creating offense.
You're spot on, because Jules wasn't dodging to go.
Over the course of my pro career, I just think being able to give back to the community, put a smile on someone's face, yeah, it's super fulfilling, really cool, purposeful work.
Yeah, giving back to the next generation. I did hear a story that when you scored a hat trick in the 3rd period,
it's 2 for $1. We're clearing it. We're going the other way. Yep. When you spin, when it's out in front, you shoot at his feet, and he has a clean look, and he's not moving. It's 2 for $1. We're clearing it. We're going the other way. Yep. When you spin the ball, the best way to beat an incredible goalie is ball movement, because then you take it. It looks like a breakdown communication-wise.
Obviously.
Whips went 18 minutes scoring 1 goal. Now they get 2 in 32 seconds.
Welcome to the PLL.
I liked what you said, Rob.
He could throw a ridiculous behind-the-back pass. He's got the underneath toe drags. And when you watch him play, this season, he's been so close. Like in Minneapolis, when I did the Chaos game, he didn't score, but you knew how close he was from being a super disruptive player.
First career goal for Maia. Chaos up 2. Whipsnakes trying to battle back.
They got a moving pick.
When he played in that game against the Archers, I'd keep feeding him the rock. He's 2 for 3. The rest of the entire team is 2 for 18.
Well, the good news for Maryland is you have Nardella at the stripe. He picks up where he left off. 11 of 13 faceoffs he has won tonight. So you know
what happened when you put it on net. Geddes has got a couple goals already this season.
Costabile did well to dispossess that after Nardella won the initial clamp.
I'd love to see the outside shoulder of McKay.
Absolutely, and Puglisi's thinking that McKay is actually going to set the pick. He's anticipating the pick, and he's slipping.
Bingo.
Nardella loses his stick. So even though he's winning the faceoff, the Chaos have done a really nice job containing not just him, but the wing play as well.
But props to Josh Byrne for his passing this season. I mentioned that's his 10th assist. Only one time in his PLL.
Do we trade him? Like, how do we manage these rosters? They have to make some tough decisions heading into the year and then as the season has progressed.
Well, the influx of this young talent forces you to do that. Like, you have no choice.
Yeah.
There's just too many good players coming in the league.
The other thing is, you look at them based off their success they were having, is like in previous drafts, they weren't drafting at the top of the leader,
right.
the board, right?
Yeah, and you look at the Atlas, for example, where they just cleaned up with first-round picks. Think about the last couple years. Makar, Adler, Schellenberger, Entenmann.
Teat.
Yeah. Who's he?
Second time I can think of unofficially with Malone with the quote-unquote hockey assist,
Yes.
where he's drawn
Just
the
creating
double,
it.
got the offense rolling, makes the easy pass, the single, if you're a Whips fan.
Why set the pick on goal line extended when you could be above goal line extended and score? Created that, right? Like the good save by Blaze and just the unsettled situation. That's a player in Roman Puglisi knows it's not my time to run off right now. That's after Sags was giving it to him, right? Like, Roman, move the ball, you heard him.
Practice, offense has to communicate too, and you have to communicate out on the field when you're getting organized and structured, but then you also got to talk off out of timeouts about what you're seeing.
Start of the fourth quarter, almost a scoop and score from Nick Rowlett.
Well, those are two players that played together for so long, indoor, outdoor. They just have that sixth sense. And
a 4-0 Maryland run. They were down 8-4, now tied at 8 at the start of the fourth quarter. Buckle up. This is going to be a great finish in Fairfield. We are tied for the first time since this was 2-2.
from behind, kind of drifting to make space for Byrne, but you got to support a short stick matchup when Josh Byrne, one of the slickest guys with a lacrosse stick in the world.
It was also such a severe angle. I think Muller was just kind of like, there's no way.
When Josh Byrne has the ball, there's always a way.
Now that was his 37th touch of the night. This offense working through 22 and white. Whips kept it alive, but
Championship against Richmond, he took that game over with 7 goals. Levi Anderson is 6'4", 215, but he's a long 6'4". Like that's where length comes into play, Ryan, when you could shoot around a guy like that.
A late round draft pick by
he made the point. Nardella has been outstanding, winning 67% of faceoffs tonight.
He's tops in the league coming into this weekend in Fairfield, percentage-wise.
So I think if you're Chaos, you got to take a defensive posture then, right? You don't want to lose on a Nardella pinch, pop, goal, right? That offensive exit, and now that all of a sudden you got Jar Nardella coming full head of steam on you. So I think if you're Chaos, you got to take a defensive posture here.
I would agree with you. I think Troy Ray is a good equalizer for that too, because if you do have a scrum, like Troy Ray is very good with the ball on his stick. See, on the other wing right now, you have Troy Ray on one wing. Can't tell, there's no number in the front of that jersey on that far wing for Chaos.
I think it's McKay.
Yeah, that's Ian McKay, 55. That's a good two-way guy too. So I think you're equipped to deal with what you were saying with McKay, who's exceptional two-way, and then Troy Ray is one of the
I'm
most
surprised
underrated
Ray
players
in his
in the league.
positioning here.
The Whips have it. And no timeouts for either team in overtime. Maryland, their last lead was